Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Amusement Park Fan 62. Vince McMahon is back in WWE. Now, what exactly does this mean? As of now, nobody really knows. If you've not been paying attention, in late December 2022, Vince sent a letter to the WWE board basically saying he wants back um, in control for a sale of WWE. And he would say no to any potential new sale or if like a new contract for Raw and SmackDown and NXT gets reached, he would say no and stuff like that. And in another letter, he basically would hold the company hostage, so to speak, about, you know, for him to get back in. Um, and he also said the two people who got fired back in 2020, Mary somebody and George Marriott, I think that's his name. I'll put it down below. They're back on the board, which means at this time, three members, three current members of the board have to step down. I don't know who stepped down, so, but that's not important in this situation. Now, a lot of this has to do with Finn still being under investigation. Now, if you're not aware, Vince is being investigated for hush money. He was giving employees from, I think it was like 2010 to 2020 or something like that. I will find out the dates. But to put this in perspective, how this investigation went. July 15th or June 15th of 2022, Vince was being investigated by the WWE board. Now, I heard he was starting they started the investigation right around WrestleMania time last year. So this was kind of like an ongoing thing. Vince McMahon stepped down from his position on June 17th, 2 days later. Uh, on that same night, he also showed up on SmackDown. You can go back and look at the video, and it was just basically him rambling. You know, he basically just talked about WWE now, then, forever, and nothing really too important to that situation. He also did the same thing on Raw that following Monday. The hush money allegations went up to $12 million a few weeks later on July the 8th. Now, at this time, uh, we were getting we were only a few weeks out from SummerSlam. So SummerSlam is going to be a key part in this situation. A few weeks later, on July 22nd, about a little over a week before SummerSlam, Triple H was named head of talent relations. So he was involved a lot with the talent in a way. So he took over John Laurinaitis' position, who he was one of the big ones who got fired as well from this allegation. Uh, Now, there will be some sexual stuff talked about um, right now. Supposedly, him and Vince wanted to have a thing with certain stars at the time, sexual wise. I don't know if that is true, but that's supposedly one thing that came out. Now, on that same day, Triple H was named head of talent relations. Vince McMahon also retired from WWE. Now, the way he retired, I thinking about it, seems strange because other stars who have retired from at least WWE, such as Daniel Bryan, Paige, now Saraya in AEW, Edge, to name a few, they've all gone out to the ring and had this emotional thing. Vince just tweeted that he's retiring, which just seemed very weird. Um, that you've been ahead of this global empire for however long it was, and you just tweeted that you're retiring. You're not going out to the ring and saying like stuff like, you know, this has been an emotional ride. I've had my ups and my downs. It's time for me to step away. Stuff like that. Also, that same day as well, when Vince retired, Brock Lesnar walked out of SmackDown. At the time, he was a little over a week away from his big match with Roman Reigns for the undisputed title as well as the WWE title. And then Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan was named co-CEOs of WWE, and Triple H was named head of creative as well. Okay, so where do we go from here? Honestly, who knows? Um, a lot of people are in the dark about this at the moment. There's very few people who actually know what's going on behind the scenes. And nobody really knows what exactly is going on. Um, as of now, there are some people who are saying there's going to be a sale of WWE, and um, there are some big name people who are supposedly uh, in the mix to buy it, like Disney, NBC, Comcast, who's part of NBC, uh, Fox. Uh, Here's one of the newest ones: the Saudi Athletic Group, or whatever those people are called. Uh, because right now those are the major players to buy WWE. But let's talk about this for a minute. With Saudi Arabia, if they would potentially buy WWE, a lot of things I feel like would change or the bad. So, for example, the women would either, there are two things would happen with the women's division. Either A, it goes downhill fast, or B, it's non existent. Um, it really wasn't until 2018 or 2019 they women was allowed to wrestle in Saudi Arabia to begin with. Um, and even then, even to this day, um, they still have to wear like full on bodysuits uh, with t shirts over it and stuff like that. Go back. My best advice is this: watch the Elimination Chamber from last year and look at the women's chamber match. You had Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and somebody else. They were all wearing bodysuits. Uh, Now, I get it, it's to support their customs, but I just don't know what exactly is going to happen at this point. Um, Next, Fox. Now, here is the thing about Fox, like NBC. Well, I shouldn't say NBC in that case, because Fox, the thing about that is they know how to run a movie studio and show studio, like what they do with Fox, whatever your local Fox station is. They don't know anything about wrestling. Maybe show it, but they don't know how to run the backstage part. NBC, I feel like they would be slightly better because at least they have the knowledge of it. Now, I don't know about the creative side, if how they would be able to do something like that. Disney, I don't know because WWE is already PG. And I feel like this would be something in their bubble they could work with its being a family product already. I feel like that is something they can work with. I don't know how they would do about the storyline process, especially week to week, but I do feel like something like that would be better. Um, so, the main people I can see in this equation can be Disney, Fox, and NBC. Okay, lastly, what does this mean for the talent of NXT, Raw, and SmackDown? Honestly, I think they're much in the dark as everybody else. So they're hearing what exactly everybody else is hearing. So we just have to see what this leads to.